Okay, we did these in class. Recognize that number 2 was not a good number to give you, so changed it for 3 and 4. So you're going to make a table of values for y equals absolute value of x. So your input is x, your output is y, right? My suggestion is use -2, -1, then 0, 1, and then the other one, x value, 0, 1, and then 2. So the equation y equals absolute value of x. So choose x. If I choose x to be -2, to find y, to find what y is, absolute value of -2, y then is 2. So your ordered pair is -2, 2. Okay. Substitute in -1 into where x is. Find the absolute value of -1. Your answer is 1. So -1, answer is 1. Input 0 into there, put 0 there. So absolute value of 0 is 0. So 0, 0. Then input the value of 1 here. This 1 and put it there. So you can see better in here. So you have absolute value of 1, which is 1. So 1, 1. Okay. Input right here is 2. Absolute value of 2 is 2. So you input 2, you get out 2. And graph that. One at a time. -2, 2. -1, 1. 0, 0. 1, 1. 2, 2. Notice you have that V we want. Same thing here, graphing that. You input x, you get out your answer y. Okay, so the equation is this. Let's input -2, 1, 0, 1, 2, right? You input -2 in there, you get -2 plus 2, which is 0. And absolute value of 0 is 0. So you input -2, you get out 0. -2, 0 is right there. Input 1, I'll change the color so you can see. You input 1, put -1 there, -1 plus 2. Oh, this should be -1. So -1 plus 2, absolute value is 1. And your answer then is 1. See input. The answer is 1. So you input -1, you got out a 1 as an answer. Here you input 0, let's see what our answer here. Here you input 1, input 2, let's find out what the answer is for each one of them. -1, 1 is right there. Okay, and then input 0. So 0, put 0 there, plus 2. You get absolute value of 2 is, your answer is 2. Output is 2. Okay, and then next one, you input of 1 whole. So I'm going back to this equation. If you're not seeing my work, I input 1 there. So I got 1 plus 2. Absolute value is that equals to 3, absolute value of 3, answer is 3. So 1, 3. And you do the same for 2. Aha. We're not getting the V we want when you get a linear. I didn't teach this. But anyways, that's the idea of graphing. You can always get a positive value. On an absolute value. Go in that direction. And should have chose -3 right here. -3. See, I see the pattern. Don't know how to teach it to you. -3, you get a 1 right there. You'll see that pattern of V. Anyways, the origin is 0, -2. But if you choose -3, you would get that answer instead of the 2. Anyways, you'll get the V shape. Going back to the next page, but if you did that, I just want you to practice absolute value, get your answer. But know that absolute value creates a letter V. That will help you. That helps me choose these numbers too. Notice, ooh, I can't keep choosing that. I'm going to get positive. I need to choose numbers right here, right there, to get it to the other side. Because I know an absolute value creates a V. And like I know that square root right there will create a parabola. This is a negative, so it'll be a sad face. Negative. So you choose your X and your Y there, right? I'm going to do here because that's an easy one. X, Y. X is -2. This is a 1, okay? So you do -2 squared. That times that -1 there afterwards. So that's 4. This is 4 times the -1, you get -4. So when you put in -2, you get out -4. 0, -2, -4 down here. Put in -1. Okay, let's draw a line here so you can separate that. And we square that. See right here, we do that problem there. So -1 times, this is -1, times x squared, -1 squared. This is one whole right there, times that -1. Your answer is -1. So -1, -1. So -1, -1 right there. Then 0, you kind of put it in order. You know it looks like a parabola. So knowing what it looks like will guide you to choose correctly. 0, always choose 0, 0. Well, -1 times 0 squared is 0 times 0, 0. So this is 0, 0. Okay. So it looks like this is parabola, so it's going to go like that way. Okay. So I'm going to choose one whole. After that, we choose 1. 1 squared times -1 will get you -1. 1, -1. And guess what 2 is going to get you? 2 is going to get you is symmetrical. That answer. Okay. And I will do the rest on the next video. I have something to do.